This one skill helped me become better at learning than any other academic, mental, or emotional skill that I've learned. And I want to share it with you. Today is day 124 of my Practicing Visibility series. Just a refresher, my goal is to become a known public figure for young people. I teach kids how to take care of themselves mentally and emotionally as they are learning and they are growing. So one thing that I really focus on when working with kids is how they feel about learning and how they feel about themselves as learners. Because if you have a great teacher, a fun, engaging class, right, a great community, you can have all of those things and still really struggle in a class because, right, those are all external things. That means outside of you, internally, right, there is a narrative. This is kind of like the story you're telling yourself. And that specifically kind of creates beliefs that we have about ourselves. So if I'm telling myself, like, I'm not a math person, I'm not good at math, over and over again, that becomes a belief. And a belief impacts the way that we act. So if I keep telling myself I'm not good at math, I can't get math, then I'm going to believe I'm not a math person. And so that's going to show up in I'm not engaged in class, or maybe I'm being disruptive or distracted, or maybe I'm being tough on myself because every time I have to go to this math class, I feel bad. So I struggled a lot with that in terms of learning new things because I, as a young person, always did kind of what I felt good at. And sometimes I would try things for the first time and it was like, this was easy, or I kind of felt like I was already kind of good at it. Like speaking, for instance. The first time I spoke, I was like, that was easy. So that's kind of why I pursued it later on in life. But if something was hard, I would immediately start to be mean to myself, and I would immediately start to be critical of myself, and then I would have all these crazy expectations of myself, and that would prevent me, right, from moving forward. So it's like I'm moving forward, I'm learning. Here comes those narratives, here comes those beliefs, I'm just hitting up against this wall, I can't go any further, I give up. And so the skill that I teach kids, not just for academic learning. Look, I know academics are important. My God. I know that school is important. I know that education is a huge gift. And I think that we are still missing some other things that we need to be teaching kids, because education is designed to create workers, right? It's to put you out into the workforce. It's not designed to help you thrive as a human. Some schools are lucky and they have classes that will teach you that stuff, but a lot of these schools where kids are struggling don't have spaces for these kids to learn about themselves. And if we say that kids can learn about themselves through looking through other subjects, I hear what you're saying, but I'm talking about specific self-expertise. And the skill that has helped me the most be gentle with myself, be kinder with myself, which helps motivate me, is self-compassion. Self-compassion looks like being kind to yourself. Self-compassion looks like forgiving yourself. And then the last one is that self-compassion is about being aware that you can feel tough feelings without them being like who you are. So I know that I'm feeling sad in this moment. I know that I'm not just a sad person. It's not going to take me over. So when I'm learning something new, right, to be kind to myself, because if that voice starts in my head of, you're not going to figure this out, you're not good at this, you should just quit, right? Forgiving myself when I make mistakes. If I'm trying something and I make a mistake, if I'm mean to myself, I'm probably not going to want to keep trying. However, if I can forgive myself and just understand this is part of the process, then I'm going to be more motivated to move forward. And then the last one is I can feel frustrated in this moment, or I can feel disappointed that I'm not getting it in this moment, and I don't have to let that become like everything for me. Because once I feel like, okay, well, I'm just frustrated, I can't do anything, versus I'm feeling frustration, which is a feeling that will pass, it allows us to be compassionate with ourselves and allow us to learn more. So I just wanted to share that with you all as I'm learning myself. Running a YouTube channel has been hard because I don't really know what I'm doing. But I'm grateful because every time I post a video and it gets 0 comments or 17 views, like my last video, I'm not mad at myself. I'm not beating myself up. I can allow myself to feel like a little disappointed or kind of like, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? Without it beating me up to the point where I don't want to do it anymore. So that's for today. I will see you tomorrow.